Well, hey there, sunshine. Welcome back to Higher Grounds. If you're new here, I'm Heather. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, we're going to be preserving peaches. I had these frozen whole. We were gone on vacation for about 10 days, and of course, that's when my peaches came in. So I had my friend just stick them whole in our freezer. And I've put them in this pot the day before in preparation for today, and I've just started letting them thaw. And when they thaw like that, it should be easier to peel. And you can see here that they have just, the peel comes off so easy. And next to me, I've got a bowl with, it's just water and a little bit of lemon juice added into it. So that way, as I am processing and I'm cutting all the skin off of these peaches and when we pit them, and I'm just kind of cutting them in half, I'm putting those peeled pieces into that liquid, and that's going to help the peaches not turn brown on me like a banana does. So until I get enough of them peeled for the recipes that I'm going to be using today, I'm just putting them in that liquid and just kind of holding it until I get what I need. But y'all bear with me today. We've had a uh-oh with our audio on this. As you can tell, I'm having to do a voiceover. So y'all just follow along the best you can and let's get these peaches preserved. I'm starting with a peach butter recipe first. And so we're adding some brown sugar to it, some cinnamon, some lemon juice, and we're just going to let that simmer away for a while and start to cook those peaches down on the stove. You could also do this in your crock pot, but since I was going to be in the kitchen most of the day getting all this preserved, I just went ahead and put it in a pot on top of the stove. So we're just going to let it cook down and simmer away. I'll move it to the back burner here in a little bit, but there it is, just all mixed up. Now I'm working on a peach barbecue sauce. So here's onions and bell peppers and some chopped up habaneros that I wore gloves for when cutting those up. So I'm going to try to get all this into this pot with the peaches without touching those habaneros. I don't want that to get on my face and to burn my eyes. So we're going to get all this added to that pot and just stir it up. And you can see on the back is the peach butter, and you can tell how much that's already cooked down just in the time it took for me to get these. And I've got my water bath canner getting ready, but look at how that peach butter has already the level it's dropped because I want to cook a lot of that liquid out and break those peaches down just a little bit. So we're just checking that, keeping it stirred so the bottom does not burn, and we're gonna let this simmer away on the front too for a little bit and kinda mellow out together with all those flavors. Bailey wants to play. She was hitting the bottom of the camera, and she's my shadow. Now, we're not gonna let those pits and those peels go to waste either. We're gonna keep these for another day. And you can either turn this into peach jelly, peach syrup, and I'm leaning more towards doing syrup because with those peaches that's left in the liquid there, I'm going to turn that into peach jam. So I'm leaning more towards doing the peach syrup. So I'm just putting them in freezer bags and they'll go in the freezer for a later day because I am tired after being in the kitchen all day doing this. Now that our barbecue sauce ingredients have kind of cooked down a little bit, I'm going to mix them all up in our blender. I want a thin barbecue sauce. So I've never used this recipe before, but we're just going to get it all mixed up step by step, little by little. Once there it is. It's all mixed up. So now I'm going to add it back into the pot with the rest and kind of just let it simmer just a little bit more. Get it all in one location. Easier to handle that way. Once I got that blended up, I cleaned out my blender and I went back to the peach butter and I just added it and blended it. So I wanted a smooth consistency and I could pour it easy out of that. So we're getting our jars filled up for the peach butter to get processed. And look at that. Look at how smooth that turned out to be, y'all. I cannot wait. This tasted so good. And of course, cleaning the rims of all your jars off so that everything seals properly, putting your lids on, putting the rings on, only finger tight. You don't want to over tighten those. So I only ended up with 3 pints and 1/2 pint of this peach butter, but that's okay. Now we're back to filling our jars with our barbecue sauce. You can see that consistency there is a lot different than the peach butter. It's not quite as thick. So we're going to get all these jars filled up. I just cannot believe still that somehow I have messed up using microphones for the first time by myself today. I had checked it before and it worked. And I went on about this video and it just, I don't know, there was no audio there. So let's get these jars ready for processing. Y'all see my supervisor over there, don't you? Don't let her fool you. She's just hoping something falls on the floor that she can get. So we're putting all of these jars in together. The peach butter called for 10 minutes of processing and the barbecue sauce for 15. So I just did all of them on 15 minutes. And now once that's up, I let them sit for a few minutes, take them out, and here's the finished product. Look at it. I'm so happy and I cannot wait to try this in recipes. I've tasted it and it is very good. Here's the butter and the barbecue sauce side by side so you can see the difference in the coloring. But y'all, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see y'all on the next one.